Hello YouTube, this is Lilly Trucker. How is everybody? I am wonderful. Today we are going to cover 10 things that, well, maybe we can just start with the thing is actually part of it. So you're going to want a tool bag. If you're a new driver, or even if you've been out driving and you don't have a tool bag, get a tool bag and fill that thing with things that will help you keep moving down the highway and not have you sitting there having to ask somebody else for help when you could just maybe fix something yourself and stuff like that. So let's start with a tool bag. Get yourself a nice little tool bag. It doesn't have to be anything huge. This is a nice little one. I took some of the stuff out of it. That's why this is open, so I could show you guys. But it's got a lot of pockets, and then it's got a nice little bin here that you can fill with your tools. So get yourself a tool bag. This one is from Ace Hardware. It is CLC work gear. So CLC work gear. So get yourself one of those tool bags. Then, once you got the tool bag, you need to fill it with things that you're going to possibly need, may need, so that you're prepared in the event you should need it. So, first thing first is you're going to need, go ahead and guess, you're going to need a flashlight. Get yourself a good flashlight. By good flashlight, I mean like good flashlight. This one here is from Harbor Freight. It was on sales. Regular retails for somewhere around $30. I got it for $15. It plugs in a 12 volt. So, hold on. So you can, I actually had it charging, guys. So you can plug it in your 12 volt. And this one is cordless, rechargeable. It also comes with a plug that you can plug it in. You can actually push this little button here to make it stay on. You hold it in and then put it and it'll stay on. Or you can have it so you turn it on. And it's a spotlight. This is great at night, guys. So when you're doing those pre-trips and you need to see something and be looking to see if you have, you know, wheel seals leaking or a brake drum that's cracked and stuff, with this you can see it at night. You can see it great. So get yourself a good quality flashlight, not those little itty bitty things that you turn. No, get yourself a good flashlight. Not saying you have to go, you know, the expensive route of, you know, one of these. You can also get another one that's nice, and this I got at $5 and below, and it lights up there. It lights up there. I thought it blinked, but it might not. But, you know, it's magnetic, it hangs. These are another great option because they really put a lot of light out there. So get yourself a good flashlight. So that's like number one thing. In order for you to see things, you need a good flashlight. So I can't express that enough. Get yourself a good flashlight. I'll plug this puppy back in because it's charging. And what's nice about this one here is that you only have to charge it like once a month. Once a month, you got to make sure that you fully charge it. And that's what it says. Next important tool that you're going to need is a hammer. Get yourself a hammer. You know, you guys might want a bigger one. You might want a smaller one. But get yourself a hammer. You're going to use this for a lot of things. You're going to use this for, you know, anything from pounding tires to closing a door on a trailer to, I mean, it's endless of the things you're going to use this hammer for. In the winter, to loosen up a brake, you know, you're going to use your hammer for a lot of things. So invest in a hammer. This hammer I have, I know some of you guys are probably like, oh, that's such a small hammer. It's such a good hammer. This hammer I've had on the truck with me the entire time. It was my grandpa's, and my grandpa's been passed for quite a few years now, and I just feel it's like part of him being with me. He never got the chance to see me be a truck driver, so I carry this with me. It was my grandpa's hammer, and I use it every day. So get yourself a hammer. Okay, next we have these guys. nipper guys. And you're gonna use these for a lot of things too. You're gonna use these for breaking seals, because let me tell you, metal seals, that I can't break them. I mean, no, and sometimes even the plastic ones, if they're the little skinny ones that you can't get your finger in there to break them, this works great. So, I mean, not that you gotta invest in the goodness bolt cutters, because a lot of places, if they know their freight's coming in with them big bolts, they have them right there. So, but get yourself a little pair of these guys. They're great. They're worth, and they usually retail, I think this pair I got from Ace Hardware was around $25, I think it was. $25 I paid for these. So yeah, invest in a pair of these. Next thing you're going to need is a pair of these guys. I know, look at this guy. I didn't know how to work this thing when I first got it, but I'm good now. And you're like, well, what do you need that for? Why do you gotta have one of these guys? I think it's called a Vise Grip, possibly. I don't know if that's the right name, guys. Is it? I think that's what it's called, a Vise Grip. But you're gonna want to get one of these. And what are you gonna use this for? You're like, well, why does she have this? You know, some of you new people. This is gonna be for when you need to move your tandems, especially on an older trailer, and the little holder that's supposed to hold the bar out, it doesn't have the little piece of weld on it, or it doesn't have something to hold it, and it bounces back in. Well, let's face it, we can't be all the way at the back of the trailer, in the tractor, moving it and holding that out at the same time. So what does this little guy do? Yes, you put him on there and he holds it out, but remember to take it off. Another thing you can do with this, know what you're doing, is if you need to pinch an airline off with this puppy, you can do it. I have had to do it. But like I said, you got to know what you're doing with that, and but there's many little jobs that you can use this guy for too. Or maybe you need to hold something up or whatever. There's lots of jobs that this little guy would do. So I would definitely invest in one of these guys because they work great. I got this one, was from Harbor Freight. I think it came in a pack of 3 for maybe between $9 and $12. So it came with a little bit bigger one and a small one, and then this one. So yeah, get yourself some of these. Next thing you're gonna want to have is a pair of scissors. They're good to have because they're gonna come in with our next thing. Scissors you can use to cut things that you can't get with them other big nippers. Something small, you can use these, they work great. Have cable ties. Keep a bag of ties, zip ties, on hand. These come in handy when you need to tie something up, hold the wire up. If the holder for your landing gear arm is broke or it isn't set up right, I've had trailers where they're not even set up that you can even use them. You put a couple of these guys together and they work. You don't have to go out and buy the expensive ones that are like this long. You can actually put these together. You can put a couple of them together and they work to make them longer. So you put them like that and you can actually, hold on. See, you can put them together and you can make something bigger, right? And if you want to, the reason why the scissors are good to have is if you want to cut this off or whatever, it's good to have a pair of scissors for that. And I mean, I've used scissors for all kinds of stuff. So definitely get yourself some zip ties. You're going to want to have zip ties. Because the things you can do with a zip tie are endless in trucking. Next thing you're going to want is a lock. Get yourself a lock. This is an enforcer lock. This thing, you can't even get it off, and you can't even get it to open. I think I gotta oil this thing. But there it goes, it opened. get yourself an enforcer lock, or if you don't have an enforcer lock, get yourself a lock to lock up, you know, your loads and stuff. It's always good to have a lock too. I always have a lock in case I need one. Some places you go, they won't let you out without this. So it's good to have a nice lock, and this one is an enforcer lock. Lock. And we're getting down to the end, guys. Try to get your hands on a couple of these. What they are, in case you don't know what they are rubber grommets. And where these go is in your airline. There's 2 on the trailer and there's 2 on the ends of your glad hands. They do not always keep up with changing these out. I've worked at a couple of different companies, and I will tell you, at every company I've ever worked at, I've definitely had a trailer or got into a tractor that these were worn out. If these are worn out, you can have air leaks. So always keep a pile of these on hand. I usually have like 8 of them. I don't know why, I have 8. But I usually have about 8 of them on hand. And if I hook a trailer and I see it's worn out, I change it out. It takes just a second. But to do that, unless you got strong fingers, our last thing we're gonna cover is have some screwdrivers, guys. Have some screwdrivers on hand. The things that you can do with these while out here truck driving is endless too. You are gonna have to pry something at some point. I'm telling you right now. You're gonna be prying, and you're gonna be cutting, and you're gonna be hammering, and you're gonna be having to hold something all at the same time at some point out here. It just happens like that. That's trucking, guys. So I hope that this video was helpful for you guys and you got something from it. This is 10 things that I think you should first start with your tool bag and that you should have. So for now, I'm gonna get going. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a wonderful rest of your day. If you'd like to find me on some other social media places, you can check that down in the description below. I have Instagram, I have Snapchat, I have Facebook. Check me out over there, leave me a message, and let me know you came over. And for now, I'm gonna say goodbye, guys. So, and if you haven't subscribed, well, subscribe already. You never know what you're gonna see on this channel. Okay, guys, bye!